The times, they are a-changin'. Written in 1963, I wondered then if Bob Dylan had any idea about the power and relevance of his words today. Hi, I'm Chuck Gallagher, and welcome to this virtual program titled Be the Difference. A few months ago, I was sitting with my two granddaughters, and after having a tickle session, something they dearly love, they asked, "What movie are we going to watch, Chucky?" See, that's my grandpa name. So after searching through Netflix for movies they haven't seen, we soon found ourselves quite unsuccessful. Then I suggested Forrest Gump. Now, I know I'm showing my age, but at least it was a movie they hadn't seen. Actually, shucks, they weren't even born when that movie came out. Now, let me stop here for just a minute. Forrest Gump is a fine movie that is so well crafted. For those of my generation, well, we lived through most of what is depicted in the movie. And yet, for my granddaughters, it is so well written that even though they don't understand the context of the movie content, they still laugh and are entertained. So here we are, sitting on the couch, one granddaughter on one side, the other on the other, enjoying Forrest Gump. Now, considering I've seen this movie many times, on this evening as the movie progressed, something hit me and caused me to see one scene in particular with a fresh set of lenses. So go back with me and remember, now Forrest wasn't the sharpest kid in his class. In fact, the school wanted to send him to a special school. And in one particular scene, Forrest was sitting outside the principal's office with the door open while his mother, played by Sally Field, was begging to keep her son in school. In the movie, the principal was standing in a power position behind his desk, looking down at Mrs. Gump and asked, "Is there a Mr. Gump? Mrs. Gump?" Sally Field responded with a disgusted look on her face. "He's on vacation." I can just hear the words. In the next scene, young Forrest is swinging at night on a big oak tree swing while the audience hear noises coming from an upper room in the Gump farmhouse. Soon the principal emerges dripping with sweat while Forrest sits on the front porch, head hanging low. "Your mama sure does want you to have a good education." Forrest just sits there. Then the principal turns and says, "You don't say much, do you, boy?" To which Forrest replicates the grunting he just heard from the upstairs room. And of course, the audience erupts with laughter, as do my granddaughters, neither of them realizing what they just witnessed. Now, as many times as I've seen that movie, in that moment with my granddaughter sitting by my side, it hit me. I've just witnessed the essence of sexual harassment. For a moment, allow me to be personal in our training session. I was adopted at birth, a great gift my biological mother gave me. But just before I turned 2, my father died of diabetic complications, and that thrust my mother into a situation she never anticipated. She became a widow and a single parent in just one day. My mother was a saint, but like many women of her time, she had a limited education and few opportunities to provide for me as she imagined. So that night, as I sat with my granddaughters watching this chilling example of sexual harassment, it caused me to wonder, what did my mother have to do to ensure that I had the opportunities she dreamed of for me when she and my father chose me so long ago? You see, in the movie, Sally Field, Ms. Gump, didn't seek a relationship with the principal. Rather, all she wanted was for Forrest, her son, to have the same opportunities that other children his age had. The principal, on the other hand, misused his power. Oh, he gave Ms. Gump what she wanted, but at a high price. You see, sexual harassment more times than not is not about sex. Rather, sexual harassment typically is about misuse of power. As I watched yet once again this incredible movie, it touched me deep within. You see, we can be the difference. Raising awareness, talking openly about harassment and cultural norms, and being willing to see life through different lenses gives each of us the opportunity to meet changing times. If what we do now can change the future for the better for my granddaughters, then this is a conversation we need to have. Actually, we must have, so that we can be the difference. Join me now as together we discuss how we can be the difference by recognizing and preventing sexual harassment in the workplace.